Facebook leads versus Google leads. I want to talk about the difference between the two. I have people asking me, hey, when you're doing the pre-selling method, could you just use Facebook leads? Like, if I know how to generate Facebook leads, could I use Facebook leads? What's the difference, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But before that, let me crack this monster. Listen to this sound. It's amazing. Put it right in the mic. Such a good sound. Watch the steam coming off this thing. Oh, man. Such a good drink. All right. Here's my thoughts, okay? I got a lot of thoughts. I am not attached to Google or Bing or Facebook or whatever the hell else it is. A lead is a lead is a lead is a lead. And at the end of the day, wherever I can get the best leads for the cheapest amount of money that convert the best for the client, that's where I'm going to go, okay? We have to remember there is, strategies and then there's tactics, right? Techniques. So for example, the strategy that we use with my sales process, my pre-selling sales process, rent first, rank later, is we find the client, we find the niche, we find the city, we build the list, blah, 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 blah. We send them free leads before we go for the close. That is the strategy, right? Give before you ask. That's the overall strategy. The technique that we're currently using that I have found to be super effective, I have it dialed down to an art, is through Google Ads. And there's a lot of reasons why I like Google Ads. I'm going to talk about those here in a second. Okay. But guys, the strategy is always going to stay the same. Okay. Giving people what they want and they already are paying for in advance with no, strings attached is always going to work. The technique, it can change. It can. And I'm actually a fan of testing out new techniques, and we've actively tried different things. And I will tell you, let me give you an example. There was a time when I used my same strategy, giving free leads, and I needed to give somebody, I was doing a roof repair deal, and I needed one more lead to kind of like push them over the edge, just sweeten up the pot. And I literally talked to one of my neighbors who had some tile cracked, used his name. He actually needed the service, used his name, his phone number. I was like, bro, can I use your information as a lead? Because I'm trying to do this deal, blah, blah, blah. Used his information and gave it to the business owner as that third lead or fourth lead to lock up the deal. So technically, the technique I used was my freaking neighbor and his information, and he ended up using the service and everything else. So it worked out, and I got the deal, blah, blah. Technique versus strategy. Don't forget, the strategy is not going to change. If you're somebody that knows how to generate Facebook leads, awesome. All the more power to you. Use the same strategy, giving free leads. Go send them some Facebook leads and then let them keep using the Facebook leads while you build out the asset. But guys, here's what I found is with Facebook leads, yes, they're cheaper. I mean, pound for pound, because, it's just a little cheaper platform and there's not as much buyer's intent, but that's also a negative. It's also something that hurts you because there's not as much buyer's intent, right? What I mean by that, for those that don't know what that means, is when you're looking for concrete, the first thing that you do when you like your wife or your spouse or your partner or whatever says, hey, we need a new sidewalk or we need a whatever, you don't open up Facebook, go, let me scroll Facebook and hopefully an ad's going to pop up. No, you go to Google and you type in concrete company near me, right? There is buyer intent on Google way higher than on Facebook. Now, are there situations where you needed to do your concrete job anyway and it just so happened to pop up and you search something and whatever? Yes, okay, that does happen. But pound for pound, if you give me 10 Facebook leads, you give me 10 Google leads, and we run them, my business owner runs both sets of 10 leads, I would bet the farm that the Google leads are going to convert at a higher rate than the Facebook leads. Because the Facebook leads, it's like, actually, I've never really thought about adding a coating onto my garage floor or onto my pool deck. That would be kind of cool. Let me get a quote, jacking my information, right? On the Facebook side, it's like, no, I'm doing it. My pool deck's really hot. I want to get that cool decking stuff. I want to get that layer. We just did that, by the way. It's kind of cool. You're going to Google and you're typing it in and you are in the market. Now you're deciding what the price is, what the company is, et cetera. So Facebook versus Google Ads. Can you use Facebook leads to do this strategy and close deals? Yep. But you know what else you could do? You could also go and you could grab a sign and you get butt ass naked on a street corner and you could put a tracking phone number on a billboard and you could put free concrete lead and you could do the freaking happy dance and you probably get a couple leads, okay? They might not be looking for concrete. No, even if they're looking for concrete, you could pull leads. You get enough attention, you could pull leads. But I'm telling you that it's way more scalable, way more systematic, way more duplicatable to go to Google, set up an ad, boom, 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 got leads coming in, and you can get a system going. So can you use Facebook leads? Of course. Do I think Facebook leads are better than Google leads? Abso-freaking-lutely not. There's not the buyer intent. And at the end of the day, I say this often, I say this very often, I'm going to continue to say it. If the business owner does not make money, they will eventually cancel at some point. You can send them leads till they're blue in the face, but you can send them 100 leads and they're not closing enough leads to justify your cost. They will cancel. So I'm always thinking long term. I would rather get 10 Facebook or 10 Google leads than 18 Facebook leads, because I would still bet on the Google leads that they would close more of those. And at the end of the day, them making money is a higher priority for me than doing a magic trick and getting them like, oh, I got 18 leads. Okay. I want results for my clients. The best marketing, I had somebody, a mentor of mine that told me this, said the best marketing you can do, it's not the funnel, it's not the this, not the that, it's getting results for your clients. You want to keep a customer for life, Grant Cardone said, make them money.